How's it, and welcome to the new Audi A4. It has what Audi like to call their new design language, which means it basically just looks really cool. You've got all these like really sharp angles across the grille, across the bonnet there, on the lights. These daytime running LED lights are standard as well. Over here you have, this is the S-line trim. So this has the standard 18-inch wheels, which looks absolutely steezy. Across this sort of fender over there and the shoulder of the car, you have a really cool design and a really cool profile just from the side. Around the back, you've also got the really cool lights. There's a little black lip there between the two lights. Obviously the badging 35 TFSI. The 35 TFSI is a 2-liter, 110 kilowatt, 270 Newton meter engine. Obviously has A4. And what I really like at the back here is you've got dual exhausts, but they're not just placeholders. They're actual exhaust pipes. There's one there and there's actually one there. So you got none of that sort of like pretend dual exhaust stuff going on. You have a really cool looking car. So I'm like, as I said, I'm a massive fan of what this thing looks like. It just, like these kind of lines and profiles, all the sort of sharp edges that you get on the car, the way the kind of fender, the bonnet meet here, looks really incredible. A4 has complete keyless entry. Obviously the car's running at the moment, so that doesn't work. But the interior, the cockpit of the car is really nice. This, as I said, is the S-Line package, which has the flat bottom steering wheel, which is quite cool. All the onboard steering controls, digital dash, MMI interface, and stuff like that. The seats are amazing. They've got this bolstering on the side here. They're incredibly comfortable. Sort of doors are largely unchanged from previous Audis. You've got all your controls over there. Let's have a look at a few other bits and pieces inside the Audi A4, because I know it's subtle, but it's the subtle stuff that like really makes this car, in my mind at least, makes this car really incredible. So passenger side, you have the dash over here, amazing Audi quality as always. And then the entire run over here is all vents. So you have vents there, vent, which is really cool for airflow, works fantastic. The centerpiece of the Audi A4 is this 10.1-inch touchscreen. It's incredibly responsive. They've kind of gone for a whole kind of, it's like your iPhone kind of vibe. So when you tap stuff, navigation, it pops right up. Your navigation pinches and zooms. It's really well done. Everything's quite customizable. So if you wanted navigation as the primary option, you can move it across. So I want navigation to be, come on, over there, and then navigation drops over there and you click done. So that's very kind of smartphone-ish. So built into the MMI interface, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto via USB as standard. You've got your dual climate control here, kind of normal Audi layout, very cool screen here where you can change various options, AC on, off, eco, blah blah. All happens there. I like auto, it does a good job. You've got heated seats, circulation, etc. Down here, all your usual culprits. You can turn the screen on and off, auto stop start on and off. You've got your Audi drive select and so on. So over here you have a USB-A port and you have a charger, which is not a lighter socket, right? And then in the center here you have a USB-C port. So the A4 comes with one of each, which seems to be a trend with the Audis. Obviously you've got two cup holders. The Audi key looks like that. And if you don't have all the paraphernalia attached to it, it actually fits quite nicely into this little slot over here. You've also got this cool compartment over here for whatever, change, goodies, phones, etc. You have a volume knob over here, which is just fantastic because minimal buttons over here. That big sort of round clicky thing is gone. Everything runs through the MMI interface now. So over here you have a volume control, which is fantastic. This is the S-Line, as I said, so this is a Tiptronic gearbox, but all A4s ship with an automatic gearbox, auto hold, and the handbrake. How cool is this feature? This is a spot to charge your cell phone. And I have a large cell phone, which fits in there absolutely perfectly. There we go. And then a bit more space to kind of store more bits and pieces. Over here you have the digital cockpit. As I mentioned, it's pretty standard right now, like all the Audi stuff, navigation, and all, you can change all the views, go full screen. That kind of stuff is really awesome. You've got all your multifunctional stuff happening here as well. So on this side you control most of the MMI, on this side you control most of the audio features. Because it's S-tronic, you got flappy paddle, so gear down here, gear up there, and over here you have your adaptive cruise control, so you can set the distance from the car, speed, blah blah blah. And finally, you've got the Bang & Olufsen sound system as well, which is absolutely cracker in this car. But like, as a package, the A4 is just incredible. Like, it really is. This one has a whole bunch of optional extras on it. I'll run through some of the highlights for you. I won't bore you with all of them. So there's a black styling package. You may have noticed the black mirrors and the black sort of accents around the car. Lighting package, technology package. So this is the MMI Navigation Plus. As I said, it's the 10.1 inch display. Heated seats, rear view camera, etc. All those kind of things are optional extras. The sunroof is an optional extra, blah blah blah. But right out of the gate, this is the Audi A4 35 TFSI. So it is a 2-liter TFSI engine. It produces 110 kilowatts and 217 newton meters of torque, and it is going to cost you, as standard out of the gate, 663,000 Rand. That's with the S-Line advanced package. So you get the cool wheels and a bunch of extras, which is really, really nice. So the only thing left to do is to take it for a drive and tell you what it's like to actually drive this incredibly good-looking, well-equipped, technologically advanced car. Right, so let's find out how the A4 35 TFSI drives. As I mentioned earlier, it produces 110 kilowatts from a 2-liter engine. The VW group really like that engine, but it's because they're so good at it as well. So fantastic engine, 110 kilowatts, 270 newton meters, ample power. The 35 does not, in fact, have quattro, so you don't have that magic handling, but nothing lacking in this car in terms of handling. It's sharp, it's responsive, it does all the stuff it needs to do and does it really well. What's most notable for me about this car, about this A4, is how quiet and how luxurious the drive actually is. It doesn't have an air suspension and none of that stuff, but it genuinely feels like the previous generation A6. The ride is incredibly smooth. It is incredibly quiet in here. It just feels so refined. It's surprising. Like, you actually feel like getting into the car, driving it a couple of times. I was like, this car punches way above its weight. Just in terms of ride quality for the size of the car and the class that it's in, you're getting way more than you're paying for here. Thanks for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next one.